They say high school is one of the best times of your life. Through the clubs, dramas, dances, assemblies, and sports, you live for that varsity spot as a freshman. Brandon Zudi and myself, Erin will be presenting to you how being a dedicated athlete requires more than just going through the motions.
Useful news all the time from Studio 129. This is Bravescast. If you come from a small community, you can't expect a big school to come and find you. You need to reach out to them and possibly create your own highlight tape, but it doesn't start with that.
The term student athlete coaches stress well enough to where their students will be eligible to play. School comes first and your grades need to be top-notch, especially if you are looking towards a scholarship.
There's 3 divisions you could go to college for. Division 1 is the highest level because of the number of athletic scholarships, bigger schools, and practice facilities. Also, there's a larger budget than Division 2 and Division 3.
Next is Division 2 with the medium level for competition. It has very competitive sports and very expensive level of sports. There are not as many scholarships in Division 2 as in Division 1, but you get a good school and a competitive sports program just like Division 1.
Division 3 has colleges that have a choice not to offer athletic financial aid. Division 3 has the most variety of schools, but the level of play is not as tough. The difficulty to get into a Division 3 school is not as hard as Division 1 or Division 2.
As the first step to a scholarship is grades, the next is representing yourself. Leadership has many ways it can be described. Being a leader is much better than being a follower. A leader in a sport is basically the captain. The captain is supposed to be your best friend, but your worst enemy on the field or the court.
With the honor of being a captain, that includes how you represent yourself inside and outside of school, and in the hallways, and even on social media.
Examples of good behavior inside and outside of school includes grades, attendance, behavior, and such consequences for misbehavior.
Social media is a teenager's world nowadays. Watch what you post because it will stay there forever, even if you delete it. Inappropriate pictures and foul language are crucial to your future if you're an athlete. Always think before you act.
Leading in hopes for a tremendous season for all sports, having a huge fan base is important when it comes down to the last, final straw. Do you hear that? That's the crowd after making a game-winning touchdown. And that's the crowd after a bad call. When the crowd gets into it, you get into it. It's like that feeling after making the game-winning shot.
Or as you head into the water with a great dive.
Just because the crowd is loud doesn't mean that's all you have to offer. Putting face paint on or wearing your team colors is what makes it fun. Dressing up to show off your school and have pride is what is important. We spoke with Kyle Ramos, Jr. from Bremen High School, about his input on school spirit.
Because no one else really is, so I like to take it upon myself to get everyone going, because I'm like that sometimes.
As you can see, just one person being a supporter will have a bigger impact. Whether your team is good or bad, school spirit comes down to one of the greatest things in high school.
A high school athlete looking to expand your potential on that means putting in much more effort than usual. Representing yourself is also a huge part of the whole process of making your way there.
Also, when you dress up, the face paint, the loud chants really pull everything together like a puzzle.
The rough road to success requires much more than just going through the motions. Thanks to Kyle Ramos for speaking out. Thanks again for listening.
Like always, useful news all the time from Studio 129. This is Bravescast.